T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have main engine start.
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
I heard you on the wireless back in 52, lying awake intently tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine on new technology, and now I understand the problems you could see. I met your children. What did you tell them?
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
Pictures came and broke your heart. And now we meet in an abandoned studio. We hear the playback and it seems so long ago. And you remember the jingles used to go. You were the first one. You were the last one.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car, we can't rewind, we've gone too far. Pictures came and broke your heart. Put the blame on
Video killed the radio star. 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 Video killed the radio star.
In the beginning was the music, but there was no one around to hear it. As the population grew in numbers, music grew in popularity. Man invented the radio and the phonograph. High fidelity made quite a splash. But it was full stereo sound that made the explosion. Soon television came along and gave us the gift of sight. But it was cable that gave us the freedom of choice. For a while, it seemed there was nothing new on the horizon. Announcing the latest achievement in home entertainment, the power of sight, video, the power of sound. MTV Music Television.
What you trying to do to my heart? What you trying to do to my heart? You go around telling lies and now you wanna compromise. What you trying to do to my heart? You better run, you better hide, you better leave from my side, yeah. What you trying to do to my soul? What you trying to do to my soul? Well, everything I had is yours, and now I'm closing all the doors. What you trying to do to my soul? You better run, you better hide, you better leave from my side, yeah. I love you, oh, I love you so. Can't you see it? Don't you know? I can't stand your alibis. You're telling lies. Tell me why. Say, what you trying to do to my head? Well, now I'm gonna draw that line, 'cause you ain't gonna take my mind. What are you trying to do to my head? You better run, you better hide, you better leave from my side. You better run, you better hide, you better leave from my side. Yeah, I said go away and leave me alone. I can't stand you no more.
Hi, I'm Alan Hunter. I will be with you right after Mark. We'll be covering the latest in music news coast to coast here on MTV Music Television.
I'm Martha Quinn. The music will continue non-stop on MTV Music Television, the newest component of your stereo system. I'll be with you right after Alan.
Well, all right, I'm J.J. Jackson, and I'll be sitting in with the latest video music performances the way they were meant to be. That's in stereo on MTV Music Television. You'll never look at music the same way again.
Hi, I'm Nina Blackwood, and I'll be with you after JJ right here on MTV, the world's first video music channel, all day, all night in stereo.
This is it. Welcome to MTV Music Television, the world's first 24-hour stereo video music channel. Now, just moments ago, all of the VJs and the crew here at MTV collectively hit our executive producer, Sue Steinberg, over the head with a bottle of champagne, and behold, a new concept is born. The best of TV combined with the best of radio. Your favorite tunes are never too far away anytime you tune in. I'm Mark Goodman, and I'll be here this time every weeknight with concert information and music news. Now, starting right now, you'll never look at music the same way again. We'll be right back to introduce the other VJs and the other folks who are going to be with us on MTV.
History was made at Central High when Billy Weston stuffed the bulk with science notes, a book, his week-old sneakers, a locker lock, a ping-pong paddle, a puck, another puck, a radio, and a half-eaten tuna fish sandwich. Or was that his science experiment? No other three-ring binder expands like the bulk. History was made at Lincoln High when Mary Beth Hickey stuffed the bulk with math homework, a hairdryer, hot rollers, sunglasses, a compact, pistachios, Herb, Steve, Andy, and 84 letters from George. The bulk. If you want to make history, stuff it. The bulk and other fine Majestic products available at most stores.
Superman 2 is taking off all over America as the adventure continues to explode across movie screens everywhere. Soaring to new record-breaking heights, audiences and critics agree there is only one film to see this summer.
Superman! General? Get him!
Superman 2, the most exciting movie event of our time. Rated PG. Now playing everywhere.
It used to be difficult to play recorded music without hearing hiss, hum, and other noise. Then Dolby Laboratories invented a system which suppresses the noise and lets the music through. Today, almost every time you play a recording, turn on the radio, or go to the movies, Dolby Noise Reduction has helped make the sound more real. While we like to make as little noise as possible, the Dolby trademarks seem to have earned applause. Dolby Noise Reduction, the silent performer in quality sound.
Are those guys the best? We all are so excited about this new concept in TV. We'll be doing for TV what FM did for radio. And let's get into it right now at MTV.
Television used to be called the vast wasteland. That was before music television, MTV.
I call you on a telephone, my boy's too rough with cigarettes. I sometimes feel I should just go home, but I'm dealing with a memory that never forgets. I love to hear you say my name, especially when you say yes. I got your body right now on my mind, but I drunk myself blind to the sound
80s song, but then, of course it is. Listen to the thin. Yeah, Who? I didn't realize they were putting out music.
I showed up late one night with a neon light for a visa. But knowing I'm so eager to fight can't make letting me in any easier. I know I've been wearing crazy clothes and I look pretty crappy sometimes. But my body feels so good and I still sing a raise alive every time. And when it comes to all that living, I know what I'm giving. I've got it all down to a T, and it's free. When I say I love you, you say you better. You better, you better, you better. When I say I need you, you say you better. You better, you better. When I say I love you, you say you better. You better, you better, you better. When I say I need you, you scream you better. You better, you better, you better. When I say I love you, you say you better. You better, you better, you better. When I say I need you, you say you better. You better, you better, you better. You better bet your life love will cut you just like a knife.
On MTV. Hope you're watching us in stereo. Hope you have us on in stereo. Or maybe...
What's up, everybody? Hello. I just got a notification on Facebook that Warner Music claimed my video because it might contain copyrighted material. I hope they're not blocking it. That would be unfortunate based on my pre-show to be blocked already on Facebook, but hopefully it's still viewable. Why don't we play the Lyrics to Go theme song to get us in the mood.
Lyrics to Go.
Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. How do I get myself? There we go. Daniel here. It's another Monday night. It's another Lyrical Livestream. And yeah, this week decided to pick an entire era, an entire decade, which, you know, was my formative, it was the crucible of my musical identity, you might say. Kate, are you here? Are you watching on YouTube? You say what happened? Are you still viewing on YouTube? Because I know that on Facebook it stopped showing. Maybe because of a copyright thing. Might have been the Who song. But let me know if you can still hear me. It looks like there's still some people watching, so I'm assuming that it worked. So yeah, welcome. We're going to listen to some 80s stuff, and I want to do it by request as much as possible. I have a friend, Veronica, coming through. It'll be her second appearance on the Lyrics to Go Lyrical Livestream. Okay, cool. Kate, were you watching on Facebook? Is that what happened, or were you watching on YouTube the whole time? In any case, we will press on. So, my friend, there's Veronica. She's coming soon. Excellent. Let me just write back to her. So my friend Amy requested, what did she say? She said, Pop Goes the World by Men Without Hats. Why not? Good Canadian band. They are from Montreal, I think. And they are fun. It's a weird song. The 80s were weird. I think my thing about the 80s is it was like the most diverse decade ever in terms of the kind of music that was out there. And I think that's because so many subcultures were coming out of the mainstream at the time, or coming into the mainstream. Sorry, they were coming out of the underground. You had new wave, you had art punk, you had post punk, new hip hop, electro boogie, hardcore, punk, ska, heavy metal. You know, like the second wave of heavy metal, hard rock, college rock, like, and all of these styles had a shot of being on the radio, and then there was often a lot of collaborations between artists of different genres. New York City was a real melting pot, so was London. So you just had all kinds of interesting, weird, very quirky music coming out. Some of it very sophisticated, some of it kind of silly, and some of it a mix of both. Lisa wants to hear Celebration by Kool and the Gang. We can totally do that. Let me hit up the first request I got, Pop Goes the World, and then we'll do Celebration. I've never really looked at the lyrics of Celebration. And in particular, folks, I would love to hear your requests for your favorite lyrics of the 1980s, since that's what this show is. I mean, we could just have an 80s dance party, right? I could just, play fun, danceable 80s, but I'm especially interested to like delve into the lyrics of these songs, which, many of us may not have listened to beyond, the dance floor. One quick second. Let me get this song going and then... So I'm not sure if I'll be able to find lyric videos for all of these, so we might have to kind of have me read them to you. Oh, here we go. Here's some lyrics for it. All right, Amy, this is for you. Case in point of a very... This is like a huge hit. So yeah, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of like human race kind of stuff in the '80s. You notice like the Human League, I'm Only Human, and this song is obviously trying to be like a global pop anthem of like happiness and quirkiness. Hold up. All right. That might require explanation for non-Canadians. The Big Bonhomme is the mascot of the annual Québécois Carnival in Quebec City. He's this big-ass snowman, kind of looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And these guys being from Montreal, they name drop him in their song. Oh, When Doves Cry. We'll definitely do that. There's another motif in 80s music a lot, like such and such had a band, such and such, like Summer of '69 and Walk of Life by Dire Straits. I feel like there's a lot of singing about people breaking into the music business. So weird. What are they talking about? Every time I wonder where the world went wrong, what the line on my face, oh, and going ringy dingy ding dong. Can you imagine lyrics like this on the radio today? I mean, it's like so far in the direction of absurd, but like it's kind of charming, I guess. What's up, propaganda? Come on now. Come on. Don't be like that. Totally strange song. And that was in 1987. And I thought that was only a hit in Canada, but apparently, like, it charted in the States and in Europe, like, and that's the same year that, like, Faith came out. That's the same year that Welcome to the Jungle came out. That's the same year that, what else happened in 1987? Like Eric B. and Rakim maybe, Paid in Full, or LL Cool J. Like, I'm talking diversity here. Let me bring in my co-host, my co-pilot for the night, Ms. Damali. Welcome, welcome. Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going great. Like, I was getting my, like, 80s dance moves ready. Not that we're dancing,
Nice.
but, I was just kind of getting in the groove.
Oh, dancing is certainly allowed.
Yeah, sure. It's very 80s. Very 80s.
Yeah. You've been to Hawaii and turned 50 since I last spoke to you, right?
Yes, the big 50, which is
How did
not
that all go?
old. When I was in high school, I thought 50 was going to be old. I don't feel old. I'm really excited about that. It was
That's
amazing.
awesome.
But I found out since I came back that I really shouldn't have gone to Hawaii, so I feel kind of bad.
You
They
mean
don't
because
really
of COVID?
Yeah, and it's like it's overrun with tourists, and a lot of the people who live there don't want tourists there. And
Yeah,
if I
understandably.
understood that was the thing before I went, I wouldn't have gone. But now that I know, and now that I'm back, I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything bad tourist. I didn't touch any protected spaces. I didn't, but still, it's like I get it because it's there's a lot going on there right now.
Yeah, for
because
sure,
Americans
for sure.
can't go to a lot of other places. Like Hawaii is like the international destination right now for mainlanders because they can't go other places. So
Well, there's Americans coming here too. I'm in Mexico. We're seeing more and more gringos coming down. Hey, Damali, your sound is a little muddier than it was last time. Are you doing anything different mic-wise?
I think I don't have the mic in the headphones. Let me double check and fix this up. I'm getting closer to the screen. Is that helping if I'm projecting more, or it still kind of sounds weird?
Well, you're loud enough, but it's just a little muffled. But we'll work with what we got. It's okay. I can understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll work with it.
Okay, great. So Lisa requested When Doves Cry. She also requested Celebration by Kool and the Gang, but I'm going to suggest we do the Prince because on a lyrical live stream, I feel like we're going to have more to talk about looking at the Prince song. There may be other Kool and the Gang songs, but I think if we had to pick between one of those two, I'm going to go with When Doves Cry.
You're sounding better.
That's so much better. That's so much better.
Yes, that's what
that
it
makes
is.
all the difference.
I took the speaker off of the headphones. Great. All right, we're
Very
good.
nice. Very nice. Yeah, I saw a clip of Metallica in Minneapolis jamming on this song, like playing a couple of verses of it, and you know, the hometown crowd loving it. Prince, I think it's been like 4 years now, 5 years. What was
More,
it? 2016.
Yeah, I think it was 2016.
Something like that.
I'm trying to remember, where was I? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was because it was after the T became president. I don't want to say his name.
This song has a lyric that I would always mishear. I'll talk about when I get to it.
Okay.
This song has some cool ass, weird ass lyrics, like the phrasing, "Dig if you will, touch if you will, my stomach." Like the kind of it's very coy, very suggestive, very sexy. There's a reason people love him. Do you remember where you were when you first heard this, or what? Do you have any memories with this song?
I do. It was all about the movie for me. I was a tween.
I still haven't seen it.
I was a tween at that
haven't
time.
seen the movie Purple. I never saw the movie Purple Rain. I don't know how I missed it.
Oh my goodness! It's almost too
8.
late for you to see it now. Let me tell you why it's too late for you to see it now. It is so cheesy and terrible that you can only appreciate it if you saw it first back then, because now it's just like cringy. But I enjoy it because of the nostalgia. But it's a very bad movie. I love Prince so much. Sorry, y'all. Don't be mad, but it's true. Yeah, don't see it now if you haven't already seen it.
But it's better than Under the Cherry Moon, right? Like you made an even worse one.
I would agree. It is better than The Cherry Moon because of the story being so close to his life story from what we understand about his life story. That makes it special.
You know, I saw Footloose for the first time a few months ago, and that movie is amazing.
Yeah.
That movie
I gotta watch it again.
holds up. It's actually beautifully
I'm glad to hear that.
It's beautifully written. It's beautifully acted. It turns out that the guy who wrote the screenplay also co-wrote all the songs on the soundtrack. Like he co-wrote Footloose with Kenny Loggins. He co-wrote,
I did not know that.
Co-wrote, you know, We Need a Hero with, you know, who was saying that. So it's really, anyway, let's get back to the Prince. April 21st, 2016, Lisa? Yeah.
And no bass line, right?
Yeah. Maybe not at all.
I think not. Also, Dream If You Can.
Dream If You Can, a courtyard. I mean,
yeah.
These you know, sensual images, these sort of erotic images, but mixed with like a real sense of grandeur and romance, you know, an ocean of violets in bloom.
I also think that If You Can was calling out this idea that a lot of people don't want to be erotic or be sensual, and he's almost daring, like, oh, if you can, touch if you can, dig if you can, like, are you ready for this? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's right. He always had that teasing quality to his stuff, like on the song. Oh, hold on a second. I need to stop the cat from. I should probably feed her. But he had, you know, on the song "Sexy MF," he's like, you know, in a word or two, it's you I want to do. No, not your body, your mind, you fool. He's always like,
exactly.
He'll basically be like, I want to fuck you all night long. Oh, you think I'm talking about your body? I'm talking about your intellect, baby. Like he often, there's a kind of teasing playfulness to him, which is really particular, I think.
For sure. And an acknowledgement of other people's prudishness, which was huge at that time.
Right.
Like, y'all such damn prudes.
And here it is on the radio, you know, right next to whatever else was going on.
An ocean of violets in bloom.
I'll be right back. Curious poses. I love that. What'd I miss?
You know, the father and the mother, the interesting criticism there in how he describes his family dynamic, right? And applies it to the woman he's talking to. I find that to be really interesting. Because he has a criticism for both of them, right? Dad's too demanding, mom's never satisfied. He wasn't taking anybody's side there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I found that to be very interesting.
That's the line I always misheard. I thought when he said, maybe you're just like my father, Too Bold. I thought Too Bold was the father's name, like he was a Norwegian or something.
Oh my God.
That's
really interesting.
But you notice that, like, in that entire first verse, not only was there no bass, there was no anything, just in his voice.
Yeah.
Such an interesting arranger. Just a little keyboard line. Touch, if you will, my stomach.
Feel how it trembles inside. You've got the butterflies all tied up. Don't make me chase you. Even doves have pride.
So is he the dove or is she the dove?
Well, I mean, from the chorus, I feel like they're both doves, and like the fighting is breaking his heart because he's like, we should be peaceful, but this is what it sounds like when, you know, why do we scream at each other?
So doves mean like all of us. We're all crying, all the doves. Okay.
Yeah. Or at least the two of us.
Okay.
You know, we're not meant to be fighting. I mean, there's no relation really between the chorus. There is no relation between the chorus and the verses. This is one of these songs where, I mean, because the verses lyrics are like sexy talk. And then immediately when the chorus starts, it's, how could you just leave me standing alone in the world that's so cold?
Yeah.
And then like racking his brain, like, how did we end up fighting? Maybe I'm just like, maybe you're like my mother. Maybe I'm like my father. So
it's so hard for me to listen to this song and not see the scenes in the movie that play. So it's hard to divorce this song from the movie for me, honestly. Now that I'm trying to analyze this, I'm seeing what the visuals were in my mind.
Well, there's a risk. I'm running a risk tonight with this theme of like sitting down and looking at the lyrics of 80s songs and like breaking them down. Like part of me worries that we're going to like break the magical spell or something, but we'll take that risk.
It's already broken. It was the 80s.
Fair enough. Double burst.
Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my mother.
Too Bold. That crusty old Too Bold.
Yes. Wonder what he's doing now.
This is what it sounds like when the doves cry.
Now the sound is orgasmic and does not sound like crying. Right?
Well, when doves cry out. Yeah. He's very... There's a real agony ecstasy thing with him, you know, like strong emotions, they can kind of go in either direction.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, very much. I mean, he was standing so sovereignly in his sexual power that's always going to be a part of his lyrics, but then he's going to pull in the emotional side too, which I love about particularly this song. That dichotomy is there.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And his kind of pansexual, you know, not particularly identified with one expression or another of masculinity.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, the ultimate gender fluid performer. Before that was a name one could give oneself.
Right. We didn't even have that word back then. Well, most of us didn't anyway.
No, right. Exactly. I guess Bowie would be another example.
It was just the 80s.
It was just the 80s. Exactly. If you look at this,
expected.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the cover of a Hall & Oates album.
Yeah.
Two straight guys looking very gay porno.
Yeah.
On their album cover.
The hair, the eyes,
and the sweat, like they're in mustache and they're in a boiler room. It's very Yeah, I mean, it really captures the heartbreaking confusion of being caught up in a fight you don't know how to end.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, the video fades out handily.
But when he's saying, darling, don't cry, look at this. At the end, he's saying, don't cry. He's comforting at the end of the song.
Yes.
I didn't notice that before. That's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
It switches to describing the crying, just saying, don't cry.
He just wants to get back to the stomach touching and picture digging.
Exactly. Like, wait, don't cry. It's okay. But you know what? This could also be they had the orgasmic crying and now she's actually crying because the orgasm was so good. Now it's like, don't cry. It's okay. It could be that.
That's the
I
extended
heard don't
mix.
cry at the end. Exactly.
That's the club. It's the club version.
Kameshwari is talking about that. The DJs doing the extended dance songs.
Exactly.
Kameshwari, I hope I said your name right. I love that name. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful name. Lisa says, a great idea is to look at the lyrics through the lens of today's news. Well, were there any songs about Afghanistan withdrawals and pandemics in the 80s? I guess we could listen to Land of Confusion by Genesis. Propaganda Live, love the show. Thank you. Love having you watching it. We need more, but do we need more requests? I want like request after request in the comments because I don't want the ideas to just come from the two of us up here. So I want to see if there are any ideas.
Yeah. Did you do Celebration by Kool and the Gang already?
No, we didn't. We could do that.
Request. Paul Simon, Graceland. I'm just scrolling up through these requests.
Yeah, those are all albums. We did Pop Goes the World.
Awesome. Okay, cool. You've been on here for already 44 minutes. Wow.
Well, no, I always start like 50 minutes early with some pre-roll.
Oh, okay. Cool. I didn't miss too much.
I mean, I feel like this song is pretty straightforward when it comes to lyrics, but we'll see. I could play the karaoke version. This is one of the first songs I remember, I gotta say.
Yeah, we'll see. There might be some hidden things in the lyrics we just didn't know about. We're going to find out.
Absolutely.
Sometimes they sneak stuff in.
It's an undeniable groove.
Sure. Straightforward so far. Let's celebrate.
I think I get what he wants us to do.
A celebration to last throughout the years.
The whole year.
So bring your good times.
What do we should celebrate for a whole year?
We gonna celebrate.
Well, actually, he said to last throughout the years, plural. That's what he actually saying.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna celebrate a party with.
Come on now.
Everybody needs to know these lyrics.
All celebrate and have a good time.
It almost seems like it's a song made for a cover band to perform.
We gonna
that
wedding.
To keep getting work. Yeah.
It's a wedding band song.
It's time.
For sure.
I like this part. This is my favorite part.
It's up to you.
What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world. Come on.
The global song.
It's a celebration.
Tell me why you like that particular lyric about the pleasure.
Well, rhyming together with pleasure is kind of surprising, but I just musically also love it. It's a little sidestep, and it builds back up really nicely to the. Whoops, are you there?
Mm-hmm. I'm here.
Okay, I think. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. I'm looking at the Facebook feed. No, there you go. It just builds. It's like almost a pre-chorus, but it's really more like a bridge, and it's just a nice little break from the thing, and it builds. Everyone around the world, come on! It's like the equivalent of like when the DJ drops the beat, you know, like a build, and then the release, you know.
Absolutely.
It's a celebration.
It's a what?
Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's
It's pretty straightforward. Not too much.
I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
For sure.
Let's celebrate. It's all right. Baby.
It's a brilliant pop song.
Let's celebrate.
It is. And this is right when. Hold on.
Let's celebrate.
This is right when, disco and boogie were crossing over into like mainstream pop music.
Mm-hmm.
And the lines were starting to blur, because
Absolutely.
this is like disco for the masses.
For sure. Especially with all the repetition, right? That's what you want, because you want people to just dance. You don't necessarily want them focusing so much on the lyrics and songs like this, right? You want people to dance, and it's like really pushing you to dance.
Dance and chant along, it's
Exactly.
yeah, it's almost like those songs.
Which is the perfect party song.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it dancing while you're screaming something at the top of your lungs.
Totally. Keep it moving. All right, folks. I got 6 people watching. One of you's got to have a request. What's your favorite 80s lyric? Damali, you got one?
Yeah, when I think of 80s, I think of Madonna and I think of Wham. And, that song, the one where he says, I don't even think I loved you. What's that one? That's
Careless
like,
Whisper?
to me, yeah, no. That's a slow song. It's,
Yeah.
Damn it.
My favorite Wham song is I Don't Want Your Freedom. Oh, right. Everything She Wants.
Yes.
Good.
Yo,
song.
that's some
Good.
lyrics for yo ass.
All right, let's get into it.
Am I allowed to say ass? Of course I am. We're
You
online.
can say anything you want. Anything you want.
Like I said, also Madonna was huge in the 80s as well, so we can kind of go to some of that too.
I've got the era. I've got the Madonna era from the 80s that I like, and then the Madonna era that I don't like so much. So we can talk about that. This is a groove and a half.
Yo, so excited right now. This will kill at any party you play it at to this day.
Georgie the Greek. You know his real name? Yeah.
Kyriakos or something, right?
It's something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he really say work? He does.
Work it.
Work it, okay.
Somebody told me, boy, everything she wants is everything she sees. I must have loved you because I said you were the
Wait, everything she wants is everything she sees. That's why. What's he saying about her? What's he saying about that girl?
That everything she sees she wants. Like that whatever, like
Okay.
she lusts after whatever she puts her eyes on. I think it's a gold digger kind of lyric, or at least a kind of user climber
okay.
kind of lyric.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
now 6 months older. And everything you want and everything you see is out of reach, not good enough. I don't know what the hell you want from me.
Oh yeah, she hurt him bad.
Maybe she just didn't want to date a gay guy.
Possible. Nice transition. What's Andrew doing? Like, is he singing on this song at all?
What did Garfunkel do?
Wait, he was working hard to give her money. All right, he was. He admitted it.
Yeah, Lisa points out that in the 80s we were working hard for the money, or we were material girls. Exactly.
Thank you, Lisa. Absolutely.
Or you were, or if to hear men tell it, you were man eaters. As Hall & Oates' public service announcement about predatory women. They sound very scared of her. Like she sounds like a real threat.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, good gracious.
Yeah. It's an epidemic of like men being eaten by women in the early 80s.
The slee stack of the 80s. Yes, sorry. Another mark of this older music is these extended instrumental breaks, right? We don't do that anymore. All right, here we go.
That's right.
Mm.
Whoa! That's good.
Wow.
Some people work for a living. Some people work for fun. Girl, I just work for you. I'd never heard that one before.
Awesome. Oh, they got
marriage?
Gets better, man. That's cold-blooded. We gotta pause. That's some of the most cold-blooded lyrics of all time. You tell me you're having a baby, I'll say I'm happy if you want me to, but like, who says that? Yo, they wrote an anthem for every dude that wanted to say that shit and never did. Okay? Because you don't say that.
Yeah. I mean, like, at least not until like I guess Miss Jackson is considerably different, but there's some of that in Big Boy's verses.
Yeah.
That kind of like you go on, get on out of here. You like you're trying to rope me in with this pregnancy bullshit. I'm not having it.
Yep.
Standing up.
So
for
he's
men's
been working
rights.
for the money. His best isn't
Yeah.
good enough. How can it be good enough for two? That's a valid question, actually.
Much less. Yeah,
That's a very
exactly.
valid question. Yeah.
Well, unless he steps it up. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a very happy marriage. And it was 6 months later.
No.
Maybe I don't know.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. So baby, like Georgie, you made some choices along the way here, buddy. And you're closeted.
This could have been Andrew's story. Let's keep it real.
Okay, you're right.
Working pretty hard.
Or maybe they're just writing a character.
Could be. Felt really personal though.
It does feel personal. Got me working day and night.
That was very Michael Jackson side right there too.
Yeah.
Another extended instrumental break.
Love these synths.
This part right here.
Whoa!
Pause, my dude. Pause. Yo, stop the music. I don't even think I love you.
It's quite an admission.
I mean, again, never words that I would have ever had the balls to say to somebody, but been thinking it. But
Much
wow.
less sing.
Sing.
Yeah.
I feel like just talking to Andrew. I think this is
and the
Andrew's
help
song.
and the helplessness really comes through, you know?
Yeah.
Like he just feels totally trapped in the situation, exasperated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do I do the things I do? I'd tell you if I knew.
Hmm.
And it's almost like he's realizing, because my God is like, oh my God, I don't even think I love you. Like he just realized that. And imagine coming to that realization. This is
And
deep.
that's a new kind of thing. Like there's a like there's probably never been club dance songs with lyrics this dark before. There's nothing
Not at this
celebratory about it, you know, like I Will Survive is about a breakup, but it's post breakup and it's total celebration and vindication and life affirmation. This is like, you know, by the balls, creed occur. Like,
Yeah.
it's interesting that, like, I wonder what was happening culturally that would turn the tide like that. That would allow these kinds of lyrics to start seeping in. Be interesting to talk to a music historian or a cultural historian about that.
And because he was closeted at that time, it's quite possible that he changed the gender for the song. And this is something that he really experienced, you know, with a boyfriend. And a lot of times, you know, in a closeted space, these emotions are more intense sometimes because you can't tell anybody else. You got to keep it all secret, and it makes it harder to deal with. So that's quite possible as well. We don't know. We're speculating, but I'm just saying.
Right. And then when it does come out under the guise of a heterosexual romance, it's got this extra angst to it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All minor chords, just kind of dark. I mean, Billie Jean is the quintessential complement to this song, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
Very similar beat, very similar kind of low bass groove, and the lyrics are all about. Should we do? You know what? I'm worried about doing Michael Jackson just because, like, if anything is going to get me blocked on copyright grounds, it's him.
Okay, fine. No problem.
And I'd rather not deal with that.
So, were you saying about the song?
We could look at the lyrics of Billie Jean, but like, yeah, like it's bitter and also desperate. Like, she's got me where she wants me. He did it with Dirty Diana too. Like this image of this predatory woman. Who and in Billie Jean, she's using a pregnancy to try and trap him.
The eyes don't look like mine. That's not my, you know, that whole thing about the eyes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Did they just say wham? Wham?
Yes. Who uses their own band name as an ad-lib? I've never heard that before. Lisa mentions PYT as well.
Yeah, slightly problematic song given what we know. All right.
He's like really just begging.
I feel like we should hear a song from a woman next.
Yeah, we should. Would we get blocked for a Madonna song?
Well, let me see if there are Madonna lyric videos. So
there was one. So the two that I felt were, I don't know if they were 80s. I don't think Like a Prayer, because I'm probably bleeding into some 90s stuff, but Like a Prayer was probably 90s.
Well, I think it might be 89, but see, that's actually where my like Madonna love stopped. I didn't love Like a Prayer. I didn't love the like gospel choir affectation, like and the video.
What was the one about abortion?
Oh, that's Papa Don't Preach.
Oh, right. That's what I was thinking of around lyrics. How she really was one of the first. I can't remember anybody before her that openly talked about abortion. Sort of when people were speculating, wait, is she talking about that? Whitney Houston also had a song that was kind of about abortion as well.
Well, in this case, the song's about not having an abortion. It's about keeping the baby.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And in the video,
ideas around that. Yeah.
And in the video, Lisa, "Walking on Broken Glass" by Annie Lennox is from 1991, I believe. So it's going to be disqualified on those grounds. But I'd be happy to do some Eurythmics if you have a favorite Eurythmics song. Of course, "Walking on Broken Glass" is fantastic. Yeah, "Papa Don't Preach." My favorite song. See, "Papa Don't Preach." That's my favorite Madonna album. Is "True Blue." It's got "Live to Tell." Probably is my favorite Madonna song.
Yeah.
"A Man Can Tell 1,000 Lies." You know.
Do you want to do that one?
Let's see if there's a lyric video. If there is, and they can't tell me that I'm using it. Yeah, exactly. Someone else has done this. 6 minutes. Okay. I always found this song very haunting. But "Open Your Heart" I love too. That was like my favorite Madonna dance tune. That's so 80s right there.
Yeah. So lush. I love this.
This was the first single off this album, you know? That's what I remember.
Yep.
Like, this song came out before True Blue, before La Isla Bonita. That's totally counterintuitive because it's a slow song.
For sure.
Madonna wrote all the lyrics, co-composed the melodies, and co-produced it with Leonard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
It's interesting. Yeah, because I don't feel like she's a standout songwriter, but this always felt to me like someone telling their own truth, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets so hard to hide it well. I was not ready before. Too kind to see the writing on the wall.
Do we feel like this is about a failed relationship or something else?
It's too vague to tell so far.
It is. It is very.
Which is interesting with the lyric that starts with "I have a tale to tell." I don't know that we're
Right.
going to get. I don't know that we're going to get. Well, let's see what happens. I forget what happens in the
Yeah,
second
let's
verse.
see. Me too. I don't remember. This is like new again.
Yeah, and a man can tell 1,000 lies. It sounds like a proverb.
Right.
Is she talking about herself?
It sounds like about somebody else because she's learned her lesson well. So she was
Maybe,
lied
yeah.
to, clearly.
Oh, just like a man. Yeah, right.
I do remember something she shared not very recently.
What was
I mean, I think I have a vague memory of her talking about that she had been raped in the early part of her career after she first came to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that this song is about that, but that I remember she didn't talk about that until it had to be within the last 5 to 10 years. It was pretty recent that she talked about that. So that's interesting that at this time that could have been what she's talking about or something like that.
So do you want to hear what she said about it?
Yeah, I would love to hear.
Lyrically, "Live to Tell" portrays the complexity of deceit and mistrust. The song is also about childhood scars and has an extreme emotional pitch. According to the book The Heart of Rock and Soul by Dave March, the archetype of songs like "Live to Tell" is the Platters song "The Great Pretender." I don't know if I see that, but maybe. In an interview about the song, Madonna said, quote, "I thought about my relationship with my parents and the lying that went on. The song is about being strong and questioning whether you can be that strong, but ultimately surviving."
Okay. That's fair.
I think this next line is the warmth.
Yeah. Okay, but even even that explanation, what you just read, doesn't necessarily speak to the secret that's burning inside, right?
You're right. Well, because
That's
the
a little
lies could have been.
different.
Well, the lies could have been about something specific that she didn't divulge in
Yeah.
that interview.
Right,
You know,
exactly,
lying about what, and family secrets, right? Like what, all the
Mm.
things that don't get talked about and that a person might not, divulge.
Could be a secret family member that never knew about.
Could be. Could be.
Truth is never far behind. You kept it hidden well. If I live to tell the secret.
Oh, there's a nice little internal rhyme there. You've kept it hitting well if I live to tell the secret. I like that. That's neat. And she does that each time. I've learned my lesson well if I live to tell the secret. That's one of those little hidden things that keeps the ear engaged.
I knew that. Will I ever have the chance again?
Now, my favorite part is coming up.
If I ran away, I'd never have the strength to go very far. How would they hear the beating of my heart? Will it go wrong? The secret that I hide. Will I go wrong? How will they hear? When will they learn? How will they know?
It's a nice bridge.
Yeah, it is. It's really specific.
A man can tell 1,000 lies. I've learned my lesson well. Hope I live to tell the secret I have learned. Till then, it will burn inside of me. The truth is never far behind. You kept it hidden.
80s music has those big thundering snare drums to echo. Go on. We got it.
This
Yeah,
is, this.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
this is interesting. Go ahead. It's a
No, please.
karaoke killer. I would like to just say, like if you're at karaoke and somebody chooses this song, everybody's just like, oh my god.
What are some others?
Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, that's a great. We need to do a karaoke killer episode another time. But yeah, this is any song that's like really slow and joined out. I think "I Will Always Love You" might be another one because we don't want to hear the long note like.
Yeah, well, that's a case of a song that really suffers when a non-singer does it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like there's a certain bar, a Dolly Parton song, actually.
Well, the Whitney Houston version in particular.
Right,
is the
right,
one.
of course. Yeah, the Bodyguard version. All right, Lisa wants some Cyndi Lauper.
We can do Cyndi Lauper. I also have another suggestion for this, and I don't know if you know this song, but it's by Pebbles. It was called Mercedes Boy, and it was a huge synth 80s hit. Yeah.
I think I remember that. Let's do that. And then we'll come back to. No, let's do Cyndi first. I want to take.
Yeah. Let's do
requests
Cyndi
first.
Of course.
So, do we want to do Girls Just Want to Have Fun? Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, we need some upbeat.
Money Changes Everything is also good. She Bop. But this is the request, so let's do it.
Love Cindy.
Yep.
Did you see Kinky Boots?
What's that?
Did you see Kinky Boots? The show that
that she wrote.
Yeah.
I watched it. I watched it from the orchestra pit. My friend was conducting. So, which means I didn't really get, like, I read some of the lyrics on the, I was sitting with I was sitting with my own score as he was conducting the band. And there was a little screen. I could sort of hear some of the dialogue, but I didn't really see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you?
All right, we're ready. No, I haven't.
Okay.
She came on in the morning light. Okay, can we pause for a second? If my child comes home in the morning light, yes, I'm going to say you are not living your life right. I think that's totally fair. That's 5 a.m., son. Okay, what are you doing?
Well, I'm not a parent, but I would first engage them in a conversation about where they were, what it was like, how safe was it, and then I'd inquire with them, are you living your life right? That's how I'd want to do it. But I'm sure that that's easy for me to say because I'm not a parent.
Exactly.
You know, what I like about this
what does
song.
this mean? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What I've always liked about this song is the gentle way that she talks back to her parents with a kind of sympathy. And when she says we're not the fortunate ones, I think what she's saying is, oh mom, you and me, you know, as women in this world, we're not, you know, it's almost like I understand you grew up in a different time. Like it must be so hard for you to imagine a young teenage girl or a young 20-something girl like going out and having fun and living life on her own terms. But this is how it is now, you know, but not being like.
That is an incredibly interesting word to choose. Fortunate, of all the words. You know, I've never noticed that before. Thank you, Daniel.
Well, you know, speaking for girls, this is what I always whisperer. This is what I used to for better or worse. Hold on. Why the fuck is her father calling her in the middle of the night to scream, "What are you doing with your life?"
Wait, now we have to remember what time this is. This is the 80s. If the phone rings in the middle of the night, it's because somebody's calling her, and he picked up the line to yell on the phone when she was talking to somebody else.
Very good. Very, very good.
Yes, that's what that was.
Very good.
Because my mom was good at picking up that line while I'm talking to somebody. Because you have one phone line. You have one, and you can pick it up from all parts of the house. You know, I don't know if you remember those times, but that was stressful.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
When you hear somebody else come on the line and you talking and you're boo, woof.
I listened into a few conversations my parents were having. I do remember that when I was in high school, I went to a summer camp in Michigan one summer, and my American friends called me Dan, and that was the first time I'd ever been called Dan.
Oh, wow.
And then the following school year when I got back to Vancouver, sometimes they would call me and ask for me, you know. And if my dad picked up the phone, he'd say, "Hello." They'd say, "Hi, is Dan here?" He'd say, "There's no Dan here." And
oh my God, your dad was the best. Oh, he was gangster. But he knew, right? He was being like, he was doing it on purpose. Yeah.
Or I don't know if he would hang up, but he would mess with them. Like, we didn't name him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Her Dan. And then she has
to reassure her father that
I was about to say, yeah.
One. Yeah.
Yeah. Because she was talking to a boy on the phone. That's why.
Yeah, like, no, Daddy, you're not number one anymore. Sorry. Like, that's. What kind of father needs to know that he's still number one in her?
You know,
that's some role reversal.
That's another conversation. that's a whole other podcast stream situation.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I even love the assertion that we're working hard. Like that, it was really nice that she made sure to put that in there, that we're not just wanting to have fun for no reason. We're working this whole day, and then when it's done, we want to have fun. I love that. I never noticed that before.
You're right. It's not just like we're the idle rich partying and we you know, like we wake up and we get bottle service and, you know, no, it's like there's a kind of working class what can I say? Yeah, I like that. I like that it's grounded in the real world.
Mm-hmm. Dance break.
Yeah.
What's this instrument?
Some kind of computer synth thing. I forgot about this verse.
Very Rapunzel.
Yeah. That's very nice. Some boys take a beautiful girl and hide her away from the rest of the world. That's not what I want, you know?
Yeah.
So here she's not just talking to her parents. She's talking to boys. Like, that's, you know, I ain't about that.
Yeah. So, you know, this is definitely one of my karaoke go-tos.
It's good. My karaoke go-to is This Is How We Do It.
Oh, nice.
But also a 90s song.
More brilliant repetition, lyrics that you can yell out loud while you're dancing.
And the backup vocals, yeah.
Yep.
Very, very distinctive voice.
It makes me wonder if Alanis was having a little bit of this affectation.
Oh, Alanis has a lot of affectations.
But I'm just hearing these lilts in Cindy's voice in this song, and
Yep.
it reminds me of some of the lilts that Alanis would do. Interesting.
Yeah, and Cyndi Lauper also reminds me a bit of Bernadette Peters. Do you know her?
Oh, yes. I still love her so much. She's
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is she Canadian? Bernadette?
No. She's American.
Oh, okay.
You know, big Broadway star, and
Yeah.
she was in The Jerk with Steve Martin, and
Yeah.
some
Oh,
other
I
movies,
loved her so much.
Yeah.
Great.
Should we do
I think
should we
it
do
just
Pebbles?
goes on. I think let's go on to
It does
Pebbles.
just go on.
Thank you for this
Yeah.
recommendation, Lisa. This was fun. We learned
Yeah,
some
Lisa, good one.
things.
Good one.
Yeah.
I was also thinking DeBarge might be nice to visit.
Yes, please. Absolutely.
I think DeBarge is so underrated.
Oh,
as a
me
group.
too. They were absolutely one of my favorites.
Like really sophisticated music, actually.
Absolutely. Our video, the video hoe of the 80s. He was in so many videos, yo.
Really?
Yes.
Does he have a name?
Paula Abdul. No, video hoes don't have names.
Every single video, everywhere I go. So like, so this is like, we're fully in the Reagan era now, you know, where like brand names and luxury. Didn't hear this in the 70s.
No.
You know, I mean, like the last song I can think of with Mercedes in the title would be Janis Joplin. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? You know that song?
No.
Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. Work hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. So Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? We used to sing that at summer camp.
I love it.
But it's like this kind of like Appalachian like you know, prayer for. But so there's a kind of irony to it. But like this is not.
This is straightforward. This is Dynasty. Right. This is all that era, right? Dynasty.
The glamorous life, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, the glamorous life, exactly.
Very Michael Jackson influenced, obviously.
Okay.
See you dancing in my dreams, feel your heartbeat inside me.
Okay.
If you feel it coming on, catch me
Now,
in
hold on. Feeling your heartbeat inside of me is very sexual.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. I didn't catch that at the time, but yes, that is what that is.
Not shying away from the erotic. Not prudish.
Boy, I give you anything, cruising's all you have to do.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Tell me what you got.
She's gonna give him anything. And
If he just
all he
rides
has
in
to do,
is ride in her Mercedes.
right?
At least ride in like. Normally it would be like, let me ride in your Mercedes and then I'll think about it.
Wow. So she just wants him to be there in the car to show him off, and then if he does only that, he gets everything.
I feel like this song is not the product of someone waking up and being like, wow, I really have something to say to the world. I feel like this song was created like, let's write a pop song. Let's write a dance number for Pebbles.
I mean,
like let's write a pop hit for Pebbles.
Do you know who her husband was? So that's.
Was it like
L.A. Reid.
I was going to say Jimmy Jam. Yeah, it's L.A. Reid. Okay.
Yeah.
So she was
Babyface
part of the
probably wrote this.
So she was part of the whole LaFace scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still fun lyrics, though.
It is fun, yeah.
All this, Daniel, all this time I thought that lyric was win me, win me, win me, and it was not that. It's with me. It makes more sense now because she wasn't asking him to win her, and all this time I thought it was win me, win me. Oh, this is so cool. All right.
We're clearing things up left and right on lyrics to go.
Yeah.
There are so many things that I'm gonna do to you, baby, let me tell you.
He doesn't look convinced yet. He's thinking about it.
I've been wanting you.
I'll say it again. People watching, don't be shy. We want to hear your requests. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Catch me getting in the mood. Oh, baby. Boy, I give you anything. Cruising's all you have to do.
Did he get in the car yet? He's still walking? Okay.
What's also funny is that the song is called Mercedes Boy,
Yeah.
but it should be Mercedes, comma boy. Like, like it makes it sound like it's he is a Mercedes boy, but that's not how if you parse it in the sentence.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
or
misleading.
that's just his name. Hey, Mercedes boy, come here.
Exactly.
Because again, it doesn't have a name.
Exactly.
Tell me what you gonna do.
That sounds like Renee. Kate, I've never heard of that band or that song. Who are they? I mean, I didn't say 80s pop songs, so it could be from some other genre.
Get in the car.
What are the odds we're going to get some new lyrics?
It's not happening.
All right. Can we call it a, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good on this one. And I want to say that we should also try to find a couple of 80s rap songs in here.
I agree. No, I absolutely agree.
Right? Okay, cool.
Let me see if I can look up who Kate is talking about here. He's an American?
Yeah, I'm interested.
He's it's an American
Breakup
band.
song, nice. It's
right.
literally called Breakup Song? Wow. I love the, just on the nose, right? Breakup song.
Mm-hmm. Imagine sending this to someone and them be like, I wonder what this is. I wonder what this is about.
And there's no email back then, so it wasn't like subject, the breakup song.
Exactly. So I don't know if we're going to have lyrics here, but hopefully it'll be intelligible. And if not, I'll look them up. But hey, this is great. Getting to learn something new. Very 80s.
Oh, yeah, starts out right away.
Oh, I know this song. I didn't know what it was called. All right, I'm going to pause for a second. In a second. At the end of this chorus. All right. So we had broken up for good just an hour before. And now I'm staring at the bodies as they're dancing across the floor. And then the band slowed the tempo and the music gets you down. It was the same old song with a melancholy sound. They just don't write them like that anymore. They just don't write them like that anymore. We've been living together for 1,000,000 years. Oh, sorry. Now we're in the second verse.
Yeah, yeah.
But really setting the scene and like that's how it feels when something like that goes down and you're at a party and all of a sudden it just is not fun anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very Tom Petty.
What did he say just that like? And now it feels what?
And now it feels so strange in the atmospheres.
He's so syncopated, it's a little hard to hear.
Yeah. And the jukebox plays a song I used to know. Now I'm staring at the bodies as they're dancing so slow.
Okay.
You know what I mean about Tom Petty? He's got a very similar voice.
Yeah. Now is when he says they don't write him like that anymore, so is this like a double entendre where he's singing about a breakup, also talking about breakup songs?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it could be. There could be that kind of doubleness. I'm not sure. Or it's like it could just be as simple as he's at a club or at a party with a woman. They break up, and now he's like totally disoriented, and something melancholy and wistful comes on the jukebox, and it triggers his emotions. And you know how sometimes when you're in a certain state of mind, like you have just these thoughts, and it's like, man, you know, like they just don't write love songs like that anymore, or whatever. Like,
you feel it more
like
deeply because you're in an emotional state.
I wasn't born for these times, you know. It's like I'm missing the way it was. Interesting. I wind up staring at an empty glass. Because it's so easy to say that you'll forget your past.
Ah.
Yeah. It's a good hook.
Yeah.
That's it for the lyrics. Good tune. Thanks, Kate. That was a great...
Very good.
Yeah. And like a pretty clear little vignette. Yeah, the drummer's definitely feeling it. Give the drummer some.
That was very good. And I guess when I'd heard that song in the past, all I focused on was
Exactly.
Like I didn't even pay attention to the rest of the song. That's so interesting. It's a really good song.
Exactly. Oh, can I play you? I want to play you, I think, one of the best 80s lyrics of all time.
Okay.
I think this is exceptional songwriting. It's got a great verse. It's got a great pre-chorus and a great chorus.
One of my favorite songs of all time.
Is this not amazing?
It
has one of my favorite. It has one of my favorite lines. Everything about it.
Jesse is a friend. Yeah, I know he's been a good friend of mine. Lately something's changed, it ain't hard to define. Jesse's got himself a girl and I wanna make her mine.
It just cuts right to the chase. He's like, really yeah, you know, Jesse, he's definitely my friend. He's always been there for me. He's been a good friend of mine. But lately something's changed. It ain't hard to define.
It's not hard to define.
And it's like, sorry, that's just how it is. And like, now we're off to the races. And this pre-chorus is one of the finest. It's just genius.
He also says, yeah, I know he's been a good friend of mine. Like he was already defensive
from
about it.
And with the low-key tone, yeah, Jesse is a friend. Yeah, I know he's been.
I know.
Yeah.
And then we get to the beat.
This is one of the best songs about jealousy I've ever experienced, because I feel this song so deeply. Like I know what this is from a lifetime of watching other people watch other people with those eyes.
Yes.
And she's loving with that body, I just know it.
And okay, and we got to talk about the musical setting. We got to talk about the musical setting of that line. It's not just, and he's holding, and he's loving her with that body, I just know it. No. And he's loving her with that body, I just know it. Like it, the way he bites it out.
The vocal arrangement.
The ruefulness of it, the way the rhythm hits, you really get the attitude of it. And I think that's...
Yeah.
Lyrics are not complete unto themselves. They have to meet music. It's like dough that needs to be given leavening to rise, become what it is. And like that's just an example of a perfect understanding of how to tell a character attitude story with just a
really good storytelling device in that, for sure.
Yeah.
And he's holding her in his arms late at night.
Not just late at night, late.
Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that?
How many fucking great hooks can one song have? So watching her with those eyes, I wish I had Jesse's Girl. And then this marvelously harmonized, where can I find a woman like that? It's amazing.
Then that music cuts right there. And that
goes right
that,
back to the
you
verse.
stopped it, but it's just like, but the way it does that drop, stop, like that was so powerful.
I'll back it. Right, he asks the question once here, and then he has to go back to his roots.
Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that? I'll play along with the shoe.
This is my favorite verse.
There doesn't seem to be a reason to change. You know, I feel so dirty when they start talking cute. I want to tell her that I love her, but the point is probably moot. 'Cause she's watching.
That lyric, I think that lyric is so funny. I want to tell
really
her that
is.
I love her, but the point is probably moot. Like, that's just so resigned, and also just it's just not language you usually hear in a pop song. It's
No,
it just
no,
it,
it
it's
really
like it's like
isn't.
it's like out of a musical theater song where the characters.
I was just about to say, it gave me a Danny Zuko feeling from Grease. Like, it sounded like it was John Travolta singing in that kind of sultry Danny Zuko tone.
Ah, that's funny.
The way he said that.
That's funny. Yeah. I can see that.
Watching him with those eyes, and she's loving him with that body. I just know it. And he's holding her in his arms late at night.
And the drums.
No, I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that, like Jesse's girl? I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman? Where can I find a woman?
And then this bridge.
Great bridge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stadium sound.
That out jumps Van Halen's Jump. You know, like it got that.
Oh, you're
that same
right.
thing. You know, the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they use it so selectively here that it's more powerful because of that.
It is.
And I'm looking in the mirror all the time, wondering what she don't see in me.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I'm looking in the mirror all the time, wondering what she don't see in me. I've never heard that phrase where it's like, I wonder what she sees in him. I wonder what she doesn't see in me.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
that's
so
actually
good.
heartbreaking when you think about it.
It is, and
Oh.
it's so true to life.
I've been funny, I've been cool with the lines. Ain't that the way love's supposed to be?
Oh, this.
He's so hopelessly naive. I've been looking in the mirror all the time, wondering what she don't see in me. I've been funny. I've been cool with the lines. Ain't that how love is supposed to be?
That's not what you're supposed to do? Yeah. Wow.
And it's
Because
just
that was
so
80s.
innocent.
That was 80s movies, right? The funny, cool person with the lines got all the girls.
Exactly. But you can't look like you're trying too hard. And I feel like this guy has no
No.
chill. This guy probably doesn't hide, you know, which again I can relate to.
And then how it comes in with this burst of sound.
Tell me, where can I find a
Tell me.
woman like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And a really good guitar solo.
Absolutely.
And it's like, it's one of these pop songs that's also a rock song. Like it works in both.
It is.
It's got both tracks on the ground, and I think it works beautifully.
Incredible.
It's a perfect
Absolutely
song.
Perfect. It
Yeah.
really is. Let me tell you a
I
little
don't know-
teeny bit of trivia about this song.
Please.
So at the time when this song came out, I used to watch General Hospital. And Rick Springfield's character was on General Hospital as a doctor. And the nurse that he was dating on the show, I'm pretty sure one of her other boyfriends was named Jesse. And he sang this song on the show at this nurse's ball. So it had this in context meaning because he's singing it to her and he was dating her at the time. So that's like a really interesting overlap with this song.
He's Australian.
Is he? I didn't know that all this time.
He's Australian. He was married to Linda Blair.
Yes, from The Exorcist.
From The Exorcist.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Wow.
That's an incredible song.
So when is Jesse's Girl from? Oh, it's 1981, which is really the height of like power pop, you know, like Cheap Trick and like that sort of like, oh, it's good stuff. It's very good stuff. All right, that was
at a party once, and a cover band was playing this song at a party, and they let me come up and sing background vocals. I could tell you it was one of the highlights of my whole life. Was to sing the harmonies.
I think I'm definitely, yeah, I'm going to do this one next time I have a karaoke opportunity.
You must.
Yeah, I definitely will. How can I find a woman like that? Man, oh man. So yeah, propaganda, dude. I'm sorry if that's a misgender, but I want to hear a request from you. I'm throwing down the gauntlet. It's time. It's time for you to ante up, pony up, give us a request. But in the meantime, Damali, what else comes to mind for you?
So an interesting 80s song. I don't know if you remember this song. It was called The Rain by Orange Juice Jones, about the dude that found out his girlfriend was cheating, and he talked about how he was like, do you remember the song?
What's it called?
The Rain by Orange Juice Jones. And it was legendary. Oran, O-R-A-N. And it was legendary because he did this whole sort of talking part at the end of the song about what he was going to do because he found out she was cheating and how but I hope it has a lyrics one because the lyrics are just,
there is a music video, but we got the lyrics here. So.
Okay. It's a Black classic.
Okay.
Everybody Black knows this.
Yeah. So like growing up in Western Canada, whatever crossed over, we would get, but there's a whole decade of Black music from the 80s that like I love discovering because there's so much good stuff that there's a reason it didn't cross over because it was truer to itself than the crossover stuff, you know, like it didn't have that broad appeal. And like, that's how I feel when I listen. That's how I feel when I listen to DeBarge as opposed to El DeBarge. Like I loved Who's Johnny as a kid. Who's Johnny, but I never got to hear like Time Will Reveal or any of that stuff. So
we'll definitely do DeBarge after this one.
Okay. And okay, thanks, Prop. We'll get that one in. Still in kind of the electro influence beat.
A little hip hoppy too, a little bit.
Right, yeah, but like Africa Bambaataa hip hop.
Yes.
You know,
I saw you walking in the rain. You were holding hands and I'll never be the same.
Stage right.
What's that?
It sets the stage right away. I saw you and him walking in the rain. You were holding hands, and I'll never be the same. Like, you know what this song's going to be about.
Absolutely. Renegades of Funk feel. That's exactly what it feels like.
Oh, yes. I forgot about Renegades of Funk. Thank you, Propaganda.
Yeah. Rage Against the Machine covered that song, actually, at one point.
Another sleepless night. The rain crashes against my window pane. Jumped into my car, didn't drive too far. That moment I knew I would never be the same.
those hand claps.
Yep. Oh, I had a synthesizer at this point, a Roland D10, and it had a lot of these sounds, you know, fun to play with.
Now here you are begging to me to give our love another try. Girl, I love you and I always will. But darling, right now I got to say goodbye. I saw you walking in the rain. You were holding hands and I never be the same. I saw you walking in the rain. You were holding hands and I never be the same. I saw you.
Hey, baby, how you doing? Come on in here. Got some hot chocolate on the stove waiting for you. Listen, first things first, let me hang up that coat. Yeah, how's your day today? Did you miss me? Yeah, you did. Yeah, I missed you too. I missed you so much I followed you today.
Okay,
This part of the this part of the song must be why it's a classic, right? This must be the.
Yes.
He's smiling.
I missed you so much. I followed you today. You know, so we know. He's confronting her, right? About what he said. Yeah, come on there, baby, have a seat. Yeah, give me that coat. Just sit down. So this is the part.
Can I get you anything? Can I get you anything? A glass of
Right.
a glass of wine, a footrest, an accusation.
That's right. Now close your mouth, cause you cold busted. That's right, now sit down here. Sit down here, so upset with you, don't know what to do.
I'm so upset with you, I don't know what to do.
My first impulse was to run up on you and do a Rambo. Whip out the jammy and flat blast both of you.
Whoa!
But I ain't want to mess up this $3,700 Lynx coat. So instead, I chill. That's right. Chill. Then I went to the bank, took out every dime, and then went and canceled all those credit cards. Yeah. All your charge counts. Yeah. I stuck you up every piece of jewelry I ever bought you. Yeah, that's right, everything. Everything. Did fly with me. Nah, don't go looking in that closet, cause you ain't got nothing in there. Everything you came here with is packed up and waiting for you in the guest room. That's right. Yeah, what was you thinking about? Huh? What you trying to prove? Huh? This with the juice. I gave you silk suits, Gucci handbags, blue diamonds. I gave you things that couldn't even pronounce. Now I can't give you nothing but advice, cause you still young. That's right, you still young. I hope you learn a valuable lesson from all this. You know? You're gonna find somebody like me one of these days. Until then, you know what you gotta do? You gotta get on out of here with that alley cat coat wearing, hush puppy shoe wearing, crumb cake I saw you with. Cause you dismissed.
She calls him an alley cat. What is it?
Wait, we gotta know exactly what this dude was like. Okay, alley cat.
You gotta get on out of here with that alley cat coat wearing, punch bucket shoe wearing, crumb cake I saw you with, because you dismissed. This is a fantastic send off.
Puppy shoe wearing, crumb cake I saw you with, cause you dismissed. That's right. Silly rabbit tricks are made for kids. Did you know that? You without me like cornflake without the milk. It's my world. You just a squirrel trying to get a nut. Now get on out here.
Please tell me there's an extendamix where he goes on for another 15 minutes.
I wish there were, but like we were quoting all of these lines all the time.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Came out. Oh, just the squirrel tried to get a nut. What do you say? So yeah, as you can see, that's a classic with that kind of toasting, roasting.
That is how you dump someone. Absolutely.
It is.
Smack talk.
He could have rolled up on them with his gun, but he chilled. You know,
that's
self-control. He demonstrated and modeled.
Mm-hmm.
You just cuss the person out. You don't hurt them.
That's right. That's right.
And you know what?
Wow.
The other reason why he didn't do it because he didn't want to mess up his $3,700 mink coat. He, was thinking about what he was wearing.
Lynx coat.
Lynx. Yes.
fancier. Yeah.
Even fancier.
All right, so Propaganda asked for a song called Working Woman Blues by Hazel and Alice. Again, another one I don't know.
That sounds interesting. Me neither. I'm going to hear this. So yeah, he said he was the juice. She messed with the juice.
Okay, but this looks very contemporary. We're looking for
80s?
Or maybe it's a cover? Oh, here we go. There we go.
Okay.
Hey, 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 got the early Monday morning working blues.
Hold on.
put on my-
When is this from, though?
This.
When is this from? Working Girl Blues. It's called Working Girl Blues. And let's, because I gotta stay within the parameters. 80s is broad enough.
Yeah.
It's the bluegrass song from. Sorry to be a dick about this, but it's from 1987. Okay, fine. Great.
Wow. All
awesome.
right.
Great.
Roll.
Trust my audience.
On my leggy worn out working shoes. Oh, well, the weekend was too short, but I can't choose. When the Lord made the working girl, he made the blues. Well,
When the Lord made the working girl. He did. The
Here's
Lord
what's
did not make the
interesting
working
about-
girl. The Lord didn't make the working girl. Capitalism made the working girl. Get it straight. Don't
But wait a minute.
blame God. This is a human institution.
Let's acknowledge the fact that the phrase working girl has a double meaning, right? Because that's how people would refer to prostitutes. So I found
It's true.
it's interesting that they're using this phrasing in this way.
It's true. I think in the bluegrass setting, in the rural setting, probably it just means a girl who works in a factory or whatever. It sounds like working
okay.
girl to me is like an urban,
Okay.
kind of a city term for a woman who walks the streets or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, but maybe not. Hey, Ben, what's up, man? Are you in Tahoe?
Hey, Ben.
Can you request David Bowie from Is Scary Monsters? I think you're right. It is an 80s album, right? We could totally listen to that. Listen.
I'm tired of working my life away and giving somebody else all of my pay while they get rich on
Yeah.
the profits that I lose.
It's a socialist anthem.
And leaving me here with the working girl blues.
Oh, I love it.
Working girl blues, and I can't even afford a new pair of shoes while they can live in any old penthouse they choose. And all that I've got is the working girl blues.
I love bluegrass. Some of my favorite driving in the United States has been through West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee. Like, it's hauntingly beautiful there. I mean, very troubled, obviously, too, culturally, but I've always loved the music that comes out of those regions.
Raises due most any day. But I wonder, will my hair be all turned gray before he turns that dollar loose and I get my due?
Turns that dollar loose.
And lose a little bit of these working girl blues. I said I'm tired of working my life away and giving somebody else all of my pay while they get rich on the profits that I lose.
Look at these two. They clearly sang together for a long time.
The working girl blues.
really like the way they make the music wait for them while they can live in any old penthouse they choose. You know, like they just insert as many extra measures as they want.
He's a working girl blues.
What I also like about the song is that it's a beautiful song. It is very well, their voices mesh well together. I also like that it's calling out, because especially looking at how, I don't know if that's a current picture of them or not, but in this time in the 80s, we're only maybe 30 years from when women had to turn their paycheck, that women, one, your paycheck didn't even belong to you. And then even if you got a paycheck, you had to turn it over to your husband or to your household. You didn't have money to spend for yourself at all. Yeah. So I think they're talking about a lot of things there when you really think about the layers of what they're saying. Talking about to get to pull this dollar, it's like you're wrenching the dollar out of the person's hand.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's only recent history with that kind of stuff.
In fact, there are a lot of songs in the 80s. I want to do an episode at one point about political songs of the 80s, labor songs, like songs about foreign policy. Like there's a lot of pop songs. So this is one. Here's this is about the, there it is. Money in the, in the Reagan era. Do you know this song?
I don't think so.
It's a British band. Red? Yeah. This was on the radio. I love this.
I don't remember this at all.
This is in England in the 80s, Thatcher. Of course, this is channeling Sam Cooke.
Yes.
The second verse of whatever, a change is going to come, right? I went to my brother. Or the bridge.
Oh, that's right.
Brother, won't you help me, please? Simply Red obviously is like a kind of white soul British, a lot of there's a lot of British bands that like really heavily influenced by Stax soul, like that's where the Commitments came from
too, right? Yeah.
I think Level 42 started out as like a neo R&B band. Anyway.
So I call him my father, almighty father. Say, money's too tight to mention. Oh, money. Money's too tight to mention. I can't even qualify for my pension.
Good rhymes.
Yeah.
We're talking about Reaganomics.
Check this out. This was cut back. This was right on the radio.
Money's too tight to measure. Oh, money. We're talking about money. We're talking about money. We're talking about money.
And check out what it does here in a second. Over the hill.
Now what are we all to do when money's got a hold on you? Money's too tight to measure.
So this time, this definitely would not have resonated with me, so probably why I didn't know it.
Dinero.
Ronnie. Nice. Oh. Calling out Nancy.
He just keeps going with it.
Yeah, I'm talking about her.
Money too tight, money too tight, money too tight. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine today someone going at Joe Biden and then Jill Biden, or like Donald and Melania, or Barack and Michelle, like in a song?
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's actually a really good song.
It's a really good song. This is why I love this era, because I felt like when I was listening to the radio, sometimes I was learning things about the world.
Was Rock
Or
the
also-
Casbah? Would you say that was like in this era as well? No, it's probably 70s.
Maybe the early 80s. I don't know. Someone asked for a song from 1980, which is David Bowie. So let's look at that. Famous.
Yeah. Then we should go to DeBarge after that.
Yeah, let's do some DeBarge.
Yeah.
And then someone also
Yeah.
wants Love and Rockets, so we'll do that at some point too.
Nice. I gotta hop off at 9 p.m. EST.
Okay, so we'll do DeBarge next. The song is called Famous. Doesn't seem to be here. Let me check out what the song is officially called. Yeah, we might not do a super long stream tonight. Scary Monsters and Super Creeps, that's the album's name. This is the one with Ashes to Ashes. Are you looking for, is the song called Fashion? Is that the one you're looking for? Because there's a song called Fashion, there's nothing called Famous. I'm going to assume that's the one you mean.
That was Ben, right? I don't know if
Yeah.
Ben's still on.
Yeah, Ben from Tower. It's a cool song.
It might be-
It's a cool album. I remember this list. This is the one with Ashes to Ashes on it.
Oh, okay, yeah. He said yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I've heard this.
Okay, I'm a little confused though. What's this bad? It's a bad dance. No, but it's a dance that people from bad homes do.
Yeah.
Is he like really like anti-pop? Like, is he criticizing poor people? Like, what's happening here?
Oh no, I think I feel like maybe when he says bad homes, he's talking about like unhappy homes. Like people end up in the fashion world trying to be impressive and trying to, like sad people end up in this glitzy world. I mean, look, it's also
That's
David Bowie.
interesting.
So it's David
Yeah.
Bowie, so it may be a fool's errand to try and literally understand the lyrics too much. But,
True. Yeah.
but that's what I got so far. But maybe you heard something else, and that's
Okay.
totally valid. Yeah. We are the Goon Squad, and you're coming to town. Little Donna Summer, beep beep.
Listen to me, don't listen to me. Talk to me, don't talk to me. Dance with me, don't dance with me. No. Beep, beep.
Very abstract, yes.
So abstract.
You talk, but it's not very clear. That people from good homes are talking this year. Fashion. It's London, it's tasteless, I've not heard it before. You're shouting while you're dancing on the dance floor. Fashion, fashion, turn to the left. Fashion, fashion. We are the Goon Squad and we're coming to town.
Are you making fun of fashion?
Kind of feels that way, or like painting kind of a horrific picture of what it's like. It's very robotic and anxious. There's a lot of anxiety in the music.
Yeah.
I mean, it reminds me of, Talking Heads have a lot of songs about from this very era, like, and this is sort of the end of Studio 54 and like disco debauchery, but like it's just pre-AIDS. But Talking Heads has a song from maybe the same year or just the year before. I've changed my hairstyle so many times now, I don't know what I look like. With a similar kind of like jumpy, anxious energy to it. So I feel like.
But then David marries a fashion model.
Well, yeah, years later. It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
Interesting.
Listen to me, don't listen to me. Talk to me.
All this ambivalence, all this like.
Right. Like whatever.
Look at me, look away.
Here. Yeah.
It's like a cocaine nightmare.
Sure. Yeah, you know what? And now that I'm thinking more about it, especially with the look at me, don't listen to me, dance to me, don't dance to me. And it feels like he's kind of saying like, don't be using me as some kind of like fashion icon just because I dress how I dress. Like, you don't need to be following me. It's not a big deal. Like, it feels very, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's throwing this idea away of that this doesn't even matter. So what if I do this to my hair? You don't have to do it too, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm not trying to set a trend. I'm just being me. Or maybe it has that feeling too.
It does. It does. And also just the ambivalence of being beautiful and looked at. Like, look at me, don't look at me. Like, I want my privacy. I want to be famous.
Right, exactly. Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling it a little bit more now. Now I'm starting to kind of feel where he's going with that.
Yeah, it's definitely a little oblique. So if we're going to do one DeBarge song, what would it be?
I think we should have something with Bunny. We haven't had any women in a while. So maybe the one of Bunny's songs. Ones that she has lead on. I know she has these are some of DeBarge songs are like those kind of like slow, schmaltzy, but they're so good.
Oh, I know. They're just so well done.
Like A Dream was just so beautiful. I love her voice on A Dream.
A Dream, yeah, let's do A Dream.
Okay.
In fact, I don't even think I know this song. Although
This is one of those
probably I do.
songs I would sing. You probably do.
Bunny the Barge. Oh shoot. I ain't mad at you.
Boom.
Yeah. Tupac ran with this one. Dun, 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 dun. Very Bach. It's very Baroque.
Oh, true.
This is just so sophisticated.
Yes, it is.
And they're all brothers and sisters.
Yep.
I dreamed that you were here with me, and we were in each other's arms. It was all so heavenly. You held me close.
All right, see, already, and this is on the musical side, it's just so much more sophisticated than what anyone else was doing. Like, they went from a minor key to the same major key and all these, like, cool modulations. It's amazing.
Whispered in my ear, let's build a life together, share love beyond compare. As we dance,
even that refrain is so beautiful.
we had so much to share. The music stopped in a flash.
Nice, right?
Oh.
I know.
Once again, dream of simple fantasy that I wished was reality.
Like syncopation.
That you come knocking
It's impeccable arrangements.
and relive this dream once more. The day you left, you said you would return.
Really nice emotion in her voice.
Wouldn't promise. Said you needed time alone.
Doesn't even rhyme, but that's
You
okay.
said you loved me and someday our love could be. I couldn't understand it. Thought we were both happy.
Personally, I wouldn't set it. I wouldn't write a song that goes, I thought we were both happy. That's putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. But
True.
that's what
She had
happens.
to.
We danced to the melody. We had so much to share.
I like the metaphor of the
Flash, I was so
relationship with the dance.
Yes.
I like the so it's like we're dancing to the melody and the music stopped. Like the dream, she woke up, right? I love those metaphors. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's classic. It's great.
no, it was just a dream, haunting me once again. A dream of simple fantasy that
Now she goes off with the ad-libs.
That's like mini Ripperton register, almost. I guess if you're going to be called Bunny, sing like that.
I feel like her and Elle were in competition in some ways because he could really hit those high notes, and I feel like Bunny felt like she had to keep up. You know, that's really pretty much it. A lot of ad-libbing after this.
Did any of the rest of them have solo careers?
So the older brothers had switched right before Lars.
So they had
Chico
what?
had a solo career. The older
Okay.
brothers had a band called Switch, which was before
Okay.
DeBarge. And then after DeBarge, Chico DeBarge had a solo career. But I don't know if Chico was in DeBarge or not. He might have been too young. He might have been like the Randy Jackson, you know, too young to join the Jackson 5 situation. But Chico did have a solo career, had a couple of hits. Elle did go solo for a little bit too.
Yeah.
But you know, they had
Like
all
I said,
their drug challenges. So
Who's Johnny was like one of my favorite songs
oh
of the time.
yes.
Yeah. I don't love it
Rhythm of the
anymore.
Night,
It's kind of Rhythm of the Night's amazing. Yeah, yeah. Well, that was great. I love that tune.
Yeah, she was. They were really, really great.
Looks like we've hit your pumpkin hour.
We have. I do need to skedaddle, but this was so fantastically fun. Thank you for
I'm
inviting
so glad
me.
you stopped by. Thank you for coming by.
Absolutely, man.
Always great to see you.
Till next time.
Indeed. Be well. Good night.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. All right, folks. I've got a few more in me, and then I think I need to go get some dinner. So I've got one song in mind, and I'm willing to play another request or two. So I'll wait a second and see if anyone has anything to suggest. Yes? No? All right. So I'm going to play another British tune that I loved from this era. This song always got me so excited whenever it came on the radio. Kate, is that a request for Lionel Richie all night long? Carved out of caring, fashioned by fate. You hear the alliteration there? Carved out of caring, fashioned by fate. It's very, very good songwriting.
From the games played once too often, but making mistakes is a part of life's imperfections. One of the years, is it so wrong to be human after all?
Nicely poetic.
That there is something about you, baby, so right. I wouldn't be without you, baby, tonight.
It's interesting. Like the verses and the pre-chorus are very, very poetic and kind of flowery. And then it's just a straight up pop chorus. Like this could be from any 80s song. There's something about you, baby, so right. I wouldn't be without you, baby, tonight. Like nothing all that distinctive, but it's like the verses give it that sort of more literate quality.
If ever our love was concealed, no one can say that you didn't feel million things and a perfect dream of life. Gone,
Fragile but free. It's nice.
tender together, not so in love. It's not so wrong. We're only human after all. These changing years, they are to your confusion. Oh, when you need to hear the time that told.
No idea what they're talking about, but somehow it works. I mean, the music is so good. All right, folks. Well, there's something about you that makes me very grateful you tuned in. It's been a lot of fun. Next week, I'm going to have a special guest. We're going to listen to an entire album from the 90s. I won't reveal what it is because I don't want to spoil it, but it's going to be a great stream, so I hope you can tune in then. Got some really great episodes coming up. I'm dropping an episode tomorrow with my friend Gabi Alter. I've got an interview with Trevor Bolia of Champagne Sharks podcast. I've got episodes about the Beatles coming up. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Lyrics to go.